So we're in a bit of a mood today, a bit of a somber, frustrated mood in this live video. And yes, before you even dare comment, this is live. That's how much of a mood we're in. This isn't a video that's probably going to be passed around in the algorithm, right? This is one that YouTube's probably going to recommend. So before we go any further, if you could hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, do what you can to just get the truth out there, because that's what this video is about. This isn't some, dumbed down tips. Here's what you need to hear. Self-help, transformation, it's so beautiful. You can do it. Feel good. None of that. You want the truth? This is as raw as it gets. Just imagine it. Just the rawest of the raw. That's what I'm about to give you. So in return, if you could, subscribe, comment, like. Let's get some real advice out there. Okay, not some dumbed down, watered down mainstream advice, some raw advice. Okay, and I'm just going to put it out there before we dive deep into this topic. Okay, into this. This is going to be the realest content you've seen in, a few days from me, but in probably your life and what you've seen from others. Before we go deep into this, if you go to Julien Mentoring, okay, this is key. A lot of people ask me, how about this advice? How do I apply this? What do I do here? And they just lack a lot of clarity. They're overwhelmed. If that's you, then guess what? You can book a free coaching call. No joke. I literally am putting the link here. You can book a free coaching call. You'll get a free letting go meditation, and you'll get a lot of clarity in terms of where you're at, your sticking points, your blind spots. Remember, it's hard to see outside of yourself, so you'll get that external feedback, and you'll have a game plan moving forward for free. So the link's right here. I'm going to take it down now. I'm not going to be like, please, little one, book the call. It's like, hey, you want to do better? Book the call. There's a free resource. Book the call. If not, you know what? Screw you. It's as simple as that. That's what I would have told the old me, by the way. This, again, live is going to be harsh. It's going to be raw. It's going to be hard. Hey, free call's right here. If you're not clicking on it now and opening a second tab and filling it out as you listen to this, screw you. I would have begged for a call like this back in the day when I first started out. That's 2006. I would have done anything and everything for a call like this. If you don't want it for free, then hey, you deserve what you get. So the link's here. You can also click the link below this video. Same link, and it's gone. That being said, someone's like, are we going cow deep today? We are going deeper than deep. I'm trying to think of like, hey, what's deeper than cow deep? We're going like impaling a bunch of cows at the same time deep. There's 9 cows on my arm right now. That's how deep we're going. Okay. Again, there'll be a touch of humor because you know me, but this isn't for the weak of heart. Someone's like, down like. It's going to honestly trigger a lot of people. It's going to trigger a lot of losers. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. Let's get into the juice of it all. Okay, so in society and in the self-help world, as it's part of society, there's been an interesting shift. And this is the first point I want to make. Once you get this, by the way, you're going to see it everywhere. There's been a huge shift in the social narrative, in our conditioning, that went from individualist conditioning to collectivist conditioning. Okay, individualist conditioning to collectivist conditioning. Here's the difference. Okay, there you go. I can't even say it. Individualist conditioning, which really was the past, few decades in terms of self-help, was really all about, you could say, self-improvement, right? Getting yours. It's like, take responsibility. You can move up. Why are you tolerating your circumstances? You weak person, do better. What is this? That was really a lot of self-help. It was self-improvement, do better, hold higher standards, take more action. What is this? Stop tolerating. You are stronger than you think you are. Step it up. That was really the whole conditioning in the self-help world, and in a way in society, right? It's like, hey, you want to do better in life? Do it. Stop complaining. Hey, do it. You can complain and act like a little victim as much as you want, or you just do it. Right? That was really the conditioning. And in terms of the marketing or even advertising side of things, this was the ego boost. Right? It's like, self-help, do better. You want more success, you want more approval, you want more validation, you want more money, you want XYZ, step it up. Ego tickling. And then in the recent years, even the recent decade, you could say, it slowly started shifted in. We've shifted away from that to a more collectivist conditioning. And this is, instead of the self-improvement side of things, it's a very focus on the self-acceptance side of things. Now, we're going to get to this, but both here, if you could say only self-improvement or only self-acceptance, they're both very toxic. In reality, true understanding of these two are one and the same. But the collectivist social conditioning comes down to shaming, right? It's, hey, instead of all this ego, get yours, make sure that the collective feels better, right? Shame anyone who tries to act out of line. Shame anyone who tries to move up. Shaming and purging. That's really the conditioning and the mentality that the world is in today, and the self-help world is in today as well. Okay, instead of go and get yours, right, the individual over the collective, it's shifted where it's now the collective over the individual. If you getting yours is making the collective feel bad, no. Okay, and with this shift, there are a lot of new imposed beliefs, and two of them, which are key, and you're going to see this a lot more in the years to come, predicted by me. Why? Because it's obvious to see. You're going to see it in mainstream, and you're also going to see it in the self-help world. Here are the two new self-imposed beliefs. Number one, not everyone can change. That's a belief now in the new collectivist conditioning that's been imposed, right? Instead of the individual over the collective, go and get yours, crush it, you can change, you can do it. Now it's, not everyone can change. Who are you kidding? Not everyone's strong enough. Not everyone has what it takes. Not everyone is good looking enough. Not everyone is smart enough. Some people just can't. And the second imposed new belief is people are weak and people are sensitive. Okay? Not everyone can change, and people are weak and sensitive. That's really being imposed like crazy. And if you've heard of the term learned helplessness, what we've really shifted to in a society is conditioned helplessness. Okay, so let me give you a couple examples here. Okay, I recently got on, my phone's right down here, TikTok. Okay, and I posted some videos, and some are fun. It's very flashy. If you want to see some flashy content, follow me on TikTok. Okay, Julien Himself on TikTok. But I posted a video, and this is a short little blurb. And the idea is have high standards. That's all that I'm saying is, hey, have high standards for yourself, and hold yourself to those high standards. And anyone who doesn't have high standards is a loser. That's the message. Have high standards. Anyone who doesn't is a loser. Now, let me ask you straight up here, and you can let me know, comment below. Do you agree with this? Would you say, do you agree that one should have high standards? Now, high standards is unique to you, right? Have authentic high standards. But do you agree that one should have high standards? One should aim for the best of the best for themselves? Or not? And I was surprised to see that, hey, a lot of the comments were very triggered. A lot of the comments are like, well, that's so mean, that's so harsh, why are you saying this? Do you not agree that someone with low standards is a loser? Common sense, does anyone disagree with this? Hey, if you have low standards, you're a loser. Sure, loser is a charged word. You could use any word for this, but if you have low standards, what are you doing? No one's going to glorify that. Could you agree that you wouldn't cheer on someone with low standards? Low standards. There you go. No. But it was crazy to see this. Why? Because having high standards, and this goes hand in hand with the new self-imposed beliefs, right? Not everyone can change, and you're weak and sensitive. If someone starts saying, have high standards, you know what? Do what's best for you. What's that going to do to the people who can't change and the people who are weak and sensitive? it's going to make them feel bad. And those were so many of the comments. Why are you making people feel bad? Who are you to say that? Right? And then there was a lot of like superficial, like, you know, you don't look like you have high standards. And no joke, there were even some who commented like, well, I guess the new shaming thing, and I literally answered, like, do you not agree that one should have high standards? Well, I guess so. If you put it that way, it's crazy, right? So there's a lot of hate now around having high standards, transforming, and telling people what they need to hear, and telling people that they're strong enough and that they can change. It's crazy. Okay, so that was one example. And there's a few other TikTok ones. There's another video where I'm like, you know, telling someone like, hey, break out of this little shell. You know, you are in protection. Your voice is in protection. Be loud. And you see the person break through that. Okay, this is all on TikTok. Check it out. Hey, I personally despise TikTok, by the way. I really think this is going to be one of the big things that's, you know, the destroyer of society in a way where it destroys your attention span. And I'll make another live about this on how we're really entering, you could say, a war of attention spans. The people who have the longest attention spans will get ahead. And hey, TikTok on that hand's not your friend, but hey, if you want to see TikTok, Julien himself. So you see this person break out of their, you know, comfort zone, shatter their ego, and go beyond themselves in terms of projecting their voice and who they are. And some comments are great, and then there's a lot of them where it's like, well, a truly confident person shouldn't be loud, right? You shouldn't have to be loud. You know, why are you making him feel bad? It's like, what? Why are you making this weak person feel bad? Why are you making this person who can't change? Why are you giving them hope that they can change? And that's the new narrative. Once more, once this clicked, you're going to see it everywhere. You're going to see a lot of messaging saying, hey, people who give you hope that you can change, bad people. Oh, people who tell you the truth, who give you raw, honest feedback, bad people. And here's a challenge. Okay, let me ask you this and let me know in the comments. No joke. How hard is it right now for you to find someone in your life to just give it to you straight? How hard is it? Most likely, everyone's so afraid of just saying the truth and offending. Everyone around you is a yes person. Everyone around you is saying, hey, you're not too happy with your life situation. You should be more grateful. Just accept it. It's not that bad, right? Just love yourself. Then you go to someone else. Hey, so I don't have as many friends as I want. I don't really have a relationship. I'd love to be in a relationship. What should I do? You just got to accept yourself more. Just love yourself more and love your situation more. Just do that. And what I've seen, this is so crazy, is that a lot of clients now, when they come to me, they're literally saying, you know what? Everyone around me in my life is too nice. Everyone around me in my life is like, hey, low standards are okay. Everyone around me in my life are just saying, love yourself more, accept yourself more. And no one will give it to me straight. And that's why I'm here. Please give it to me straight. Stop treating me like some pathetic worm. Stop treating me like the weakest of the weak. Stop treating me like I'm so sensitive that I can't take the truth. Please stop sugarcoating it for me and just give it to me raw. If that's you, if you resonate, hey, that's the direction we're going in. Never tell the truth, no honest feedback. Let's all be yes people for each other. It is crazy. Okay, I'm scratching. I'm scratching. I'm going to the comments here. Someone's like, I really don't like this live streams. Well, yes, Los, whatever your name is, it's triggering. If you just want your pickle tickled in a comfort zone-ish way. Hey, do you just want me to make you feel better about your comfort zone? Do you want me to make you feel better about your low standards? You ain't gonna find it here. Just go to any mainstream self-help channel, you'll find it. You want the truth, you want the raw truth, this is where it's at. If it's triggering, most likely it's speaking to a part of you that you've been disowning and ignoring for a very long time. A part of you saying, hey, Los, whatever your name is, do better. What are you doing? Stop looking for little yes people to make you feel better about your pathetic situation and step it up. Now notice, probably just this is probably going to trigger some people. Guaranteed some people watching this like, why are you calling Los blah 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 name situation pathetic? Hey, anyone who's against this, by the way, let me just boil down what we covered. I just said have high standards. That's good. I also said you can change. I also said you're not weak, you're strong. How is this triggering you? How is me saying, hey, have high standards, you got this, you're strong, you can change, you need raw feedback, don't surround yourself with yes people, crush it. If anyone's against this, screw you. Go in the little self-help, little mental masturbation circle of just make me feel better about me. I'm not stepping it up, it's because I need a lot more time. I'm not stepping it up, it's because the standards of society are too high. No. Okay, if that's you, bugger off. Okay, and again, baffling that this is triggering, right? I actually did another video, came out on Monday, right? It's like me interviewing people in the street. And it's crazy how now self-improvement is no longer acceptable, right? I'm like, so someone's like, self-improvement, like, so would you tell someone to do better? Oh, well, no, that's mean. I can't tell someone to do better. What? Why not? Are you that pathetic of a person and friend where you're like, I'm not going to tell anyone to do better because that's making them feel bad? Are you really assuming that people are that weak and pathetic and helpless? What about me telling them that helps them do better? The only reason you wouldn't tell them do better is if you believe they couldn't. If you believe they are too weak and too pathetic to do it. Is that you? I hope not. Because if it is, bugger off. Okay, so here's another key distinction. When you're in coping, and you're going to see more videos come out about this, when you're in coping and you see someone succeeding, transforming, and crushing it, when you see that person, you don't feel inspired. Your instinct is to criticize them. And this is a lot of society nowadays. And audit yourself, by the way. When you see someone crushing it in life, whether it's financially, right? Making money, just crushing it financially, crushing it in terms of health, friendships, relationships, you name it. Do you feel good for that person? Do you feel happy for them? Do you celebrate them? Do you feel inspired, or is your instinct to criticize? Oh, that person? Oh, they're all healthy. Who do they think they are? Oh, they made that much money. They must have scammed it. Oh, is that you? Do you feel inspired or do you criticize? Someone in coping criticizes people who succeed. Someone in thriving feels inspired. And then the second thing is someone in coping criticizes and only seeks compliments, right? Only be a yes person around me. Tell me what I want to hear. If I feel like my standards are low, make me feel good about that. Just compliments only. Someone who's in thriving feels inspired and wants real, honest feedback. It's stop treating me like a little pathetic worm. I'm not a little kid. Just give it to me raw and let me work on it. That's the difference. Coping, criticize, compliments. Thriving, inspired, feedback. And you'll see there's so much of this shift now where everyone's criticizing, everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't. It's like crabs in a bucket, right? When a crab goes up, are you cheering the crab on? Go on, crab, climb out of that bucket. Or you're like, hey, crab, you're making the collective here feel bad. You're making all of us other crabs at the bottom here feel bad. Come on back down. And just criticizing that crab, like, you're climbing too slow, why are you doing this? Come back down, make us feel better about being down here. That's society nowadays. Instead of individual, hey, go for it, it's no. If you getting yours means making the collective feel bad, then you getting yours is no longer acceptable. If you improving your life makes other people feel bad, then you're putting the individual over the collective, and that's not acceptable. So stay down to make sure that everyone feels better about staying down, right? It's as if, hypothetically right now, let's just say that we were all extremely unhealthy. Myself, yourself, everyone in the world is extremely unhealthy, never exercising, terrible diets. And we're all just in that. And it's the collective thing. It's like, hey, yeah, we're not healthy, but no one else is. And say someone starts climbing up. Someone's like, I'm going to start getting healthy. How is it going to make us feel? We're like, well, you're just like us, and now you're getting better. So that means that we could be getting better. And that doesn't make us feel as good about where we're at. That means that we probably should be doing better too. Well, that's not good. Why are you making me feel bad? Stay down here with the rest of us. Stay in the muck. Stay at the pit of the little bucket with the rest of us, crab. Don't climb out. Huddle up. So that's the shift. One is, again, old school self-help, which is also very ego-driven, right? It's like, oh, go get yours, crab. Climb up. But it actually inspired a lot of crabs to climb out of that bucket. Nowadays, it's, look, let's just all accept it. We're all losers. We're all at the bottom of the bucket. Let's just make sure no crab ever climbs out. That's self-help today. Don't give anyone hope that they can change. Why are you giving someone hope? Tell them to stay down here. It's better. It's better if they stay down here. If you tell them, hey, you can change, you're making them feel bad. If you're telling them they can improve you, you're making them feel bad. And even if they did, they're going to make us feel bad because we're not improving either. And going back to the very clickbaity title here, this is why back in the day, funny enough. And there's a lot, again, self-improvement and self-acceptance are actually the same if interpreted the right way. Watch that street interview I released on Monday, right, a few days ago to grasp this. But this is also why it was technically a lot easier to succeed in the self-help industry, to work on yourself to improve back in the day, because there wasn't all this shaming around success. And there wasn't the assumption, the beliefs that you can't change, or you're too dumb, too weak, too stupid, and too sensitive to hear the truth. Back then, it's like, hey, give me the advice. Oh, here's what's up. Do this. Nowadays, it's, well, I don't want to offend, so I'm not going to tell them. I'll make them feel better about their sad situation instead of making them temporary, like rip the Band-Aid off and help them move up. Okay, so with this, I hope it clicks, and I hope you start seeing it. Once you start noticing it, it's going to be like crazy. It's like Neo in the Matrix, like, oh my God, what's going on? And also, make sure that you don't buy in to this pathetic narrative. Stop buying into, oh, I am weak. I am hopeless. It's hard to change. It's a lot of work. No, you're stronger than you think you are, right? It's like Lion King. Come on, Simba, remember who you are. Remember, Simba, remember. Same here. It's like, shake off all the collectivist self-help conditioning, the collectivist social conditioning, and hey, remember who you are. You're stronger than you think you are. You have what it takes. Go find people who will give it to you raw and execute on that. And stay true to it. Don't stay small to fit in with the crabs. You know what? Crabs who want to stay at the bottom, screw those crabs. They can stay at the bottom as you and I climb out. Don't stay at the bottom to make them feel good. Hey, if they want to stay at the bottom, they should own it. It shouldn't be like, I'm staying at the bottom and everyone else should too. It's no. If they want to stay at the bottom, good. They can watch us climb out of that bucket. But climb out. Don't be like, well, what if it makes that other crab feel bad? Screw that other crab. You know what? If that other crab is ready, they will be inspired by your climb. So that's the gist of it. This is, again, a very generalized breakdown, but it's crazy, you know, and I see this more and more in clients. A lot of clients are like, thank you for finally telling me the truth. You know, everyone around me is like, doesn't want to make me feel bad. They just won't say it. Thank you for saying it. Now I can get to work. And it's not this or that, right? You can tell the truth and still be nice. You can tell the truth and still be compassionate. It's not tell the truth and be mean. You can still be like, hey, have high standards. I'm going to help you get there. Versus have high standards. You're making me feel bad. Okay, so you fall on one or the other. You're going to see a lot more of this. Self-help in a way is really under attack, right? Stepping it up is really under attack. Getting yours, improving is really under attack. It's really crabs in a bucket. Let's just stay in the bucket. And as I mentioned in the very beginning, if you'd like to get some of that raw feedback for free, by the way, just go to JulienMentoring.com. Okay, you can book a free coaching call. You'll get a free meditation, letting go meditation, and you'll get a lot of honest feedback. And with that honest feedback, you'll have a game plan. You'll gain a lot of clarity, but it's not for the crabs who want to stay at the bottom, right? It's not for what was the name of that user? I don't even know, like Los something. It's not for that. It's if you're sick of being treated like a wounded little baby bird, like, can you just chew the food and vomit it in my mouth, please? I can't chew myself. If you're sick of not chewing yourself, you want to chew it, you want it raw, you want it deep and big, like, that's yours. JulienMentoring.com. Free call, completely free. So that's the gist, eh? Look at that. Someone's like, the aliens are here on Earth, by the way. What? If that is your takeaway, Cole, I feel very sorry for you. You hear an honest, truthful message, and you're like, the aliens are here on Earth? Like, what kind of person... I'm going to make another live on this, by the way, where I mentioned, right, like, it's a game of attention spans, and humanity is really getting dumber and dumber. And I'm not saying this in a mean way. It's just I've noticed it, right? No joke. I love all my clients. But the people I see in the world and in clients are dumber now than 10 years ago. I love them. I help them. But people are getting dumber. And no wonder they're getting dumber. I mean, look at the world. Look at what we're exposed to. Look at, again, TikTok. Which, follow me on TikTok. But hey, all this stuff, your attention span's getting nuked, all these terrible beliefs being imposed, fear just pumped in you. Of course, people are getting dumber. So, Cole, you are officially the prime example of people getting dumber with, the aliens are here on Earth, by the way. Now, does that mean that the aliens are not here on Earth? Who knows? But the fact that you're commenting that on a message like this, you're dumb. Now, notice, people might also get like, why are you telling Cole he's dumb? That's making him feel bad. I hope it's waking him up. I hope it's snapping Cole out of this trance where he goes on a video and like, oh, the aliens are dumb. That's like me going on a video and be like, I like the color red, by the way. What? Oh, focus. Come on, Cole. Focus on the video. Focus on the message. Get out of your little derp state of just looping about aliens being here on Earth. Come on, Cole. And if you think that's harsh, screw you. Get off the channel. And once more, as I said in the very beginning, if this does speak to you, do you like this video? Right, you can already see, right? It's like 6 dislikes. This is actually the live that got the most dislikes to begin with. Why? Because it triggers losers. If you identify as a winner and not a loser, like it to fight the swarm of losers who will get triggered. Okay, let's get this message passed around. Your likes, your comments. Even if you don't know what to comment, just comment Cole is a loser. It's fine. I'll even like that comment. Hey, how about that? I want to see a swarm of just Cole is a loser comments, and I hope this wakes you up, Cole. Cole's like, I'm not a fan anymore. Good, Cole. Now bugger off. Right? And that's the other thing, too. On a teacher perspective, it's like the biggest gift anyone could give me, right? If you're watching this, the biggest gift you could give me is take action on what I say. If I give you advice, take action. I put all this information to use. If you're just watching it for entertainment, no. Take action on it. That's all I ask for. Cole, if you're never going to take action on it, stop wasting your time, stop wasting mine, bugger off. Someone's like, ouch. I love how people gasp, right? It's like, how is this making you gasp, though? Like, have we gone that far off where you're like, oh, calling a spade is no longer okay? What? Okay. Let's see, a few more comments here. Everyone's like, aliens are really here on Earth, by the way. I actually went to, believe it or not, I have a hairdresser. I know I have a very wacky, he does it how I like it. And he actually talked about this, like the whole last haircut. He's like, by the way, alien, like Cole, if you were a hairdresser, that'd be the best time to put it. It's like, if you're cutting my hair and there's no message and I'm just there and I'm like, look, just cut it. And you want to talk about aliens, that's the time and place. So anyway, my hairdresser was like, oh, and there's the aliens and there's like the grays and this and that. And I was like, oh, wow. So I had this whole spiel about aliens and it was quite awesome. And actually, to conclude this, and let me know too in the comments below, and this is a little out there, but I'm surprised no one calls this out. So you know how on Instagram, I've noticed this months ago, I just never said it. You know, on Instagram, sometimes people will post things like, hey, be a good person, right? Like that'll be their story. It's like, or even their actual post. It's like, be a good person, stop being selfish, care for others, and many variations of those things. Now, I stand by all of that. I agree. Be a good person. Don't be selfish. Care about people. Be nice to others, so on and so forth. Yes, 100%. And if you're someone who has a public profile with a lot of followers, you're an influencer, hell yeah, pump that message. But don't you find it funny, and this is what I'll leave you with, that some people, and these are like friends of friends, I see them, it's like they have private Instagram accounts with like 90 friends, and every story is, be a better person, don't be selfish. It's like, what are you actually signaling? You think you're virtue signaling, but you know what you're doing? You're signaling that, hey, who out of those 90 friends is a bad person? Who are you speaking to? It's not a public profile. Why are you posting this? Every human should care for another human. Yeah, I agree. Which one of your friends doesn't care for other humans? If you have a small private account, why are you posting that? You're literally just saying that the friends you have are terrible people. So another little rant here. Next time you see someone post, again, a very like virtue signally heat of the moment that's like, oh, everyone else is posting it, let me post it too, and they have a private account, you should actually comment like, which one of your friends is this directed towards? A little rant to end this. Okay. Someone's like, Cole is the #1 alien coach. You should share tips on style. Do you? Really, do you? That's the best tip on style. It's like, hey, do whatever you want. Be positive because you're all miserable crabs. Or don't be positive because you'll make the other crabs feel bad. Do a live where you just roast her. These comments, people, these comments. Someone's like, chill out, mate. No. Why are you saying chill out? This is actually the final true message. You hear this, you get it, I hope it speaks to you. Assuming this is still around in 10, 20 years, look at where society is at. Little things like, just chill out, it's not that bad. That's what allows for a lot of these toxic ideas to take over. It's not even people like, oh, like pushing it to the extreme. Yeah, screw those people. But it's literally comments like that, like, just chill out. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's how it takes over. So I hope you use this as a wake-up call. If not, you get what you deserve. You want the truth. You want someone to give it to you straight. Julien Mentoring. You can book a free call. If you're scared of being called out like Cole, don't book it. No joke. Like if Cole booked that call and was like, Julien, aliens, that's the advice he would get. You want the real advice? You want someone to not give you the little kiss on the forehead and chew your food for you. You want someone to teach you how to chew your food and someone to treat you with respect and dignity and treat you like the strong human being that you are who can change and can transform, then go to that link. Otherwise, screw you. That's the rant. A bit of a different live. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this. Like this video. Look at that, 7 dislikes now. Let's fight the loser dislikes with some likes. Like, show me that there's still some hope in self-help. Show me that there's still some people who resonate with this. And again, self-improvement, last thing, doesn't mean hating yourself and always improving. It's out of self-love. So, that's what's up. You know what to do. Until next time, what a world.
Like, this program is such a game changer. The way everything's structured and the material, it's been already, even for me, it's just been, I'm noticing a crazy change in the way that my whole life's like playing out.
What you put together is just incredible. There's nothing like that.
I've just jumped like a million levels. It's just been a complete 180 for my experience of existing. That's awesome.
It's just been so huge in terms of so many of the things I'm finally understanding and realizing and epiphanies I'm having.
What you do is a huge inspiration to me, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can give to another human in this entire world.
You saved my fucking life, man. I'm telling you, this is real, man.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person who believes in you. Find people who are where you are in life and model them, work with them. I would not be here if I didn't have people who held me accountable.
Wow.
I just felt a click and things are changing.
This program was just top notch.
Seriously, like this is a masterpiece. This is perfect.
Everything, the way it's set up, the live calls, like all the support from the coaches is incredible.
It's been nuts.
I just had my tears of joy.
This was the best decisions I ever made.
Thank you for creating something wonderful like this.
This program was phenomenal.
This program was amazing.
This program has definitely changed my life.
I know for a fact I'm in the right place.
This is exactly what I was expecting from the program.
It's been spectacular.
I feel really lucky to have found you.
Thank you so much, Julien. It's worth every dollar.